from Autism Speaks, Matthew. Wow, is all I can say.
Well, I was right. It's my first time kind of being in charge of all this, and it's amazing.
What do you hope people get out of today by attending and participating?
Honestly, I hope they get what I got when I first got here, when I first came to a walk, which is an idea that we're not alone, that there's hope, that, even if you feel bad one day, you can be around so many people and have an uplifting moment and realize that we're all in this together. We have the largest resource fair, I think, probably, I'm going to say it, in the world maybe, and it's unbelievable. It's like, I think if you stretched it out, it'd be like half a mile long, I think. Maybe a mile, I don't know. It's unbelievable, but we have over 100 resource vendors here, and they're all just amazing people who want to show what they're doing, this amazing stuff they're doing.
Matt, what can people do? I'm with a nonprofit, Autism Care and Treatment Today. Obviously, they can donate to help kids get treatment and therapy. What can they do to help Autism Speaks deal with this epidemic?
They can come out to the walk, they can donate money. The money goes for research, advocacy, awareness, and family services. If you donate to our walk, every dollar that you spend here stays in Southern California.
All right, so it's a great cause. Go on to Autism Speaks. If you're not here today, come out next year.
Come out to the walk.
Come out.
Jesse is my 8-year-old son. He's high-functioning autistic. He was diagnosed when he was 6. He didn't talk till he was 4. We've been through just about everything, and we're here to walk for him in honor of him and all the other autistic kids out there.
How does it feel as a mom? I'm a mom of a child on the spectrum too. How does it feel to see all these people here?
It's good to know that you are not alone and that there's a lot of support out there, and there's a lot of things like this, fundraising for research and things like that. It's comforting knowing that we're not alone out there.
Evan was diagnosed in November, so we just wanted to get involved. Everyone joined in today and to come here and help support and raise awareness with us. Right, sweetheart?
I'm Elisa Wolf, and I'm the Executive Director and Founder of Actors for Autism. We provide new and innovative programs for children and adults in the arts. We run acting classes, social skills, and we recently started an Advanced Media Vocational Academy in TV, film, animation, and video game design for adults. The Walk is an amazing opportunity for us to get the word out about our programs and support autism research.
We have a great vocational program where we teach young adults, 19 to 30-year-olds, trade, but we teach them animation, computer graphics, rotoscoping. Right now we've only been in business for 8 months, so we haven't been around very long, but we've done several titles. Judy Moody, the movie, we did all the titles for at the end, all the credits. We've done 2 more movies which I can't talk about because they're not released yet, but we've also we do web maintenance, and we're doing 2D to 3D conversion for 3D movies.
Kids Like Me encompasses all of our camp programs. We have 4 camps that specifically work with children on the spectrum. We also have after-school programs as well as teen club events. We also have a resource fair coming up in May, plus all of our schools and many different things that the help group does for children with autism.
Unintentional humor is a compilation of stories that I collected through Brent's life with autism. He's always taken things very literal, and what I found is a lot of times it's very funny, and it's unintentionally funny. So Brent worked directly with our cartoonist. He's wearing a shirt which is one of our cartoons, which is actually, if you can guess that one, I don't know if you can, it's a hard one.
Fishing tackle.
So our book is filled with cartoons and stories explaining the literal mind of autism, and then in the back we offer definitions so people can learn what some of these meanings are and that they don't know, and we've tried to find the humor in a really challenging diagnosis, and sometimes this is what we came up with, so we're excited. We're just excited to be a part of this organization. We did the walk in Santa Barbara in November and had fun, and Brent's just a great inspiration to people with autism, so it's exciting.
The books I illustrated, Danny and Goliath and Richie and Goliath are about, it's a stories between the friendship and against bullying.
You can go to Inclusion Films on the website and you can check out Danny's books. You can buy them, and we want to have you in the studio on the show. Danny and Goliath is the first one, Richie and Goliath, and I can tell you, your kids will love these books. My little boy wants to read them almost every night. It's amazing. He's kind of obsessed with them. He's going to be so excited that I met you, Danny. Give me a hug.
So what's a nice woman like you doing in a place like this?
I was just about to ask you the same thing. What's a nice guy like you doing?
I woke up this morning and I said, something about the Rose Bowl is drawing me. I think there's going to be 28,000 friends, and I'm going to come out and say hi.
Oh, you've got a great personality. Tell us who you are and what you do.
I'm Bennett Ross. I'm the executive director of the Frostic Center, where a school here in Pasadena works with kids with special needs. We have kids with learning disabilities, Asperger's, and we're a regular school program, and our goal is to get our kids as well educated as we possibly can and then back into the mainstream, into general ed.
And I know you're doing that because my friend Monica Holloway, who is the author of Cowboy and Wills, has just told me that Wills is being mainstream.
He is. Wills has been with us for a few years, and next year he's going off to a regular general education high school, and we are incredibly proud of him. He's really made a huge amount of progress. He's a great kid. We're going to miss him, and we're going to miss his mom.
Okay. Now, obviously you're here supporting Autism Speaks Walk. Tell us what you hope families get out of this experience.
Well, I think that there's this wonderful sense of coming together, this sense of being part of a community, which is so important. It's so isolating when you have a kid who's got special needs, a kid who's got autism, and you know, your friends sort of make believe they understand, but they don't really know what the experience is like. You come out to a place like this, and it's all friends, and everybody understands, and everybody knows, and you feel a sense of community. It's the greatest thing. It's the greatest thing.
I'm Erica Crawford. I'm here in support of my son, Trini Crawford.
And who is this fabulous team?
This is my lovely family and friends behind me that support Trini for the Autism Walk.
All right.
All right, now what brought you out here today?
Well, I just felt like it was time for me to get out and fight for my son and walk for him and to walk for a cure, find out what causes autism. And my son was diagnosed in 2009. So
you got an early diagnosis.
Yes.
Good for you.
Yes.
And if you could say something to moms out there, what would it be?
Never give up.
Never give up. You heard it here. Never give up. Yeah. All right. Well, you go, Team Trini.
Brian was diagnosed 2 weeks ago, and right now we're going through the behavioral therapy, and he's going to do good.
He's going to do great. How old is he?
He's 2.5. He's going to be 3 in June.
Well, you got an early diagnosis. You got early start. And who are all these great people out supporting you?
Family. We got daddy, we got big sister, we got aunts, godparents.
Great, and who's Ryan? Yeah!
We are Team Green Bean. This is our 7th year. I'm Andrea Lee Greenberg. This is my husband, Ari. Our son, Tyler, is impacted with autism, diagnosed at the age of 2. He's now 9. And we got involved passionately with Autism Speaks and formerly Cure Autism Now to raise awareness for autism for the thousands and thousands of kids, adults, and teenagers impacted with this disorder. It's the fastest growing disorder in the country, and the millions of families that are impacted and affected. And we want to just not only create awareness, but to let people know that there's a community in your city, in your state, in the country, and also to celebrate these amazing, amazing babies, kids, and adults who are impacted, who deserve to have a place in our community and a voice and the right to be within our community and to be loved and learn from us. And we learn so much from them.
Wow, Ari, did you teach her to do all that? That's the most amazing soundbite I've ever heard.
She used all my lines.
And we do this for the love of our son, Tyler, and everybody here either knows him or has someone who in their family. It's not a family epidemic, it's a national epidemic, because everybody here has a friend, a neighbor, a co-worker, a family member, a loved one who's impacted, and therefore this is why we have Team Green Bean, and this is why we raise so much money every year for them.
How big is Team Green Bean? I mean, my gosh.
Eric can talk to the numbers.
I think we have about 1,500 people who've donated and about 200 people who show up here every year.
Now, Ari, you are in the entertainment industry. Tell us about what you do.
I sell TV shows, so...
And very effectively.
It's the same as this. It's trying to get a lot of people to sit around and watch the same thing at once. And in this case, it's trying to get a lot of people to sit around and think about the same cause.
Hi. Hi. Who are you and what are you doing today?
My name is Julie and I am here to walk for autism. I have a son with autism and we're proud to be out here today. Every day is a new day, is a changing day, and we couldn't be happier to support and to be here to raise money for such an important cause.
Go Team Ben!
Team Micah is a new nonprofit organization that we just started, me and my husband, Sean Stockman. He's in Boys to Men. He's actually on tour today. He couldn't be here. He's in Nebraska. So we started the nonprofit to help fund families financially because it costs so much money. And when we first found out about Micah having the diagnosis back when he was 2, we just dove in. And we were fortunate enough to be able to afford treatment for a lot of the different things. And it's costly, and insurance, as you know, doesn't cover anything. So we started the nonprofit, and we started getting involved with Autism Speaks. It took us a while to get started because we were kind of just trying to figure out what was going on, find our way, because it was kind of like just a Mack truck hitting, you know, the first time you hear it. So it took us a while to jump on board, but we're here. I'm excited. I want to tell everybody about the nonprofit that we have and just try to help educate families that there is treatment, there is help and hope there, and hopefully we can continue to raise money to help find a cure because, you know, it's 1 out of 88 now, from my understanding, is the number, and it's baffling, and we still don't have a cure or understand exactly what's triggering everything. So
how old is Micah now?
Micah's 8. He'll be 9 next month. And he initially started nonverbal. Well, he was speaking, had language. He lost it at 2, regained it at 3. And it's just been a uphill battle, but we have progress. He's fully included now in 3rd grade with the 101, and I'm grateful. I'm blessed. I'm still hopeful, and we're still working really hard to just continue to keep pushing and getting him to that next level in his life.
Jeffrey's 5 years old now. He was diagnosed at 18 months, and we really just do it for awareness and for him, and just to get the word out there that, you know, 1 in 88 is pretty high. So we're just trying to find not a cure, but awareness and a way to help others.
My son was diagnosed with autism last March, so ever since then we've been just trying to raise money and trying to grow awareness, because before my son was diagnosed, I had no idea about autism. So trying to educate everybody around us, all our friends, all our family, and anybody else that will listen.
And you got a huge team amassing back here. Team Nick.
Just a couple.
And this is Nikki. Hello.
Hi, Nick.
Yeah, Nikki. Hi. And how old is Nick?
Nick is 5. He'll be 6 in a month and a half.
Wonderful. Well, you guys have a great team here. We want to do a big Nick cheer. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
One more time. Good job.
My son is 11 years old and he has high functioning autism, and his name is Tristan. We have 38 walkers this year.
38! High five, girl. Love the blue. Check out, does everybody see the blue hair here? Okay. 38, how'd you get that many people?
Everybody just this year was very supportive and wanted to get out here and walk, and it's wonderful.
My daughter was diagnosed with autism 9 years ago, and I work with Sylvia. We're colleagues, and she figured that she had a son with autism. And anyway, long story short, we work together, and my beautiful daughter and her son, we are here walking for them.
Although you're walking with some crutches here, you're really motivated to be
Absolutely, I wouldn't miss it.
My son was diagnosed at 2.5, and as a colleague, she helped me so much get through it, through the pain, through, you know, trying to cope with it. And so she started coming to the walks, and I've been here 4 years now together.
Yep. As moms, when you see this sea of people, what does it make you feel?
I feel supported. It makes me want to cry, and it makes me feel that I'm not the only one. I'm not alone.
Pray. Your child can do anything. Have high hopes for your kid. My daughter's going to be 23 in a month and has a second interview for a job. So everything is possible. Everything is possible.
Yes. I just wanted to say to accept your child and to know that they're perfect, that they can, you know, do everything any other child can do, and just love them more than anything in the world.
My name's Harvey Rubin, and I am the Public Relations Director for a nonprofit organization called Autism. We conduct classes for the full spectrum of autistic children. We teach here mostly in Los Angeles, at UCLA, at Woodland Hills, the Help Group in Sherman Oaks, and in Culver City at the Vista Del Mar School. We have kids from 4 years old to 20 years old, and it's a wonderful experience for them. They get to play tennis and socialize and do things that autistic kids don't ordinarily get a chance to do. We've had kids who were afraid to use their hands to do anything, 4- and 5-year-old children, and their parents have told me that once they started hitting with a tennis racket, it opened up their whole tactile world and changed their lives because they weren't afraid to touch things anymore. And they get to be in an environment where they're not treated as someone different. They're just part of a group and part of a bunch of kids that are having fun, which is what kids should do.
My college roommate right here, his cousin was diagnosed with autism, so we launched Autism Online Community for parents who have kids with autism, and it's just to connect parents all over the world.
And I hear it's doing just that, and that it's amazing. So.
We have nearly 30,000 users in our database, and we keep on getting, new people are signing up every day, so it's definitely helping around the globe.
You're talking to parents out there listening today, what you encourage them to share on the site?
Basically anything they want from, kids who graduate from high school and you feel like you have no resources. Believe me, there are some resources to parents who just got the diagnosis and don't really know where to go or who to talk to. These are all people that have been in a similar boat with you or, are dealing with the same things that you're dealing with. So definitely don't be shy, just log in, it's free. Most importantly, it's free, and you can input your zip code and get resources from after school programs to summer camps, local therapists, whatever you want.
Tell me about this really fun activity here today.
Well, these are some little F-16 mini jets. They're painted at the same scheme as the Air Force Thunderbirds, but we take these jets to 13 organizations with children with disabilities and illnesses. We bring them also here to the children with autism for the LA County chapter, and we take them down over to the Anaheim Stadium for the Orange County chapter of children with autism.
All right, we're here with Valerie Banneman, who's one of the top special needs attorneys in the Los Angeles area. Valerie, what brings you out here today?
I've been coming to this, I think, since the first one because it's an important resource for families. It's important to come out and support it, and it's an important way to let people know there are lawyers out there who are providing representation for people.
It's very important. And Valerie, tell us the services you provide for families.
We are a law firm. We've been doing this since 1981, essentially. We represent families against school districts when their children have problems with school district matters. We represent families with regional centers. We do conservatorships. We do some special needs planning. And we try and generally help families understand the systems they're up against and what goes on in those systems when they're seeking services for their children. We do IEP meetings, administrative hearings, federal court actions. We've done some class actions against some school districts in the past. We continue to be aggressive advocates on the behalf of kids with challenges.
Well, Valerie, you're an amazing advocate. You're a real pioneer in this field, and we really appreciate your work on behalf of our children.
I'm glad to be able to do it. I just met someone who says that her grandmother got some training from me, and I realized we've been doing it a long time, but there's some value in that because we have an institutional history and we work hard to make it work for people and to give people some benefit of our knowledge.
Does it give you hope, Valerie, to see children here that have had such early diagnosis and are already getting early intervention?
It absolutely gives me hope. The kids I represented in 1980, 81, 82 would look much different had they had the resources we have available now, if we knew as much as we did now. It's absolutely clear that early intervention, effective early intervention, is the key to outcome. And it's a key to how much the individual is integrated in our society as they grow older, and without it, it's a lost cause in many ways because they end up needing a much higher level of service than they're going to need if they had the early intervention, at whatever level their functioning may be.